Hey YouTube, it's Luke here. I'm the RCMD. I've got a new product for you today. This is the Thunder Tiger Atlantic Motor Yacht. This thing is really cool. I've been waiting to get one of these for quite a while and I'm excited to share it with you. Just got back from a great time at the beach actually, which I'll show you here in a second. But first of all, again, this is made by Thunder Tiger. I was debating between getting like a speedboat. There's a couple different options. I was actually looking at the Traxxas and a couple other different boats that are out there. And I decided to go with this one, A, because I like scale design. The scale detail on this is great. It's really easy to use. It's got a magnetic hatch that just opens. It's got a waterproof compartment inside for the battery. Had all the features that I wanted. It comes with a 3-channel radio, it's got liquid-cooled ESC and motor, but one of my biggest deciding factors on getting this particular boat was the fact that you only have to use a 2200 milliamp hour 3-cell LiPo. These things are cheap, 20 bucks a battery, towerhobbies.com. You can't beat it. So really, this is the economical way to go. Some of those other speedboats that are out there, you have to run 4-cell or 6-cell or 2-cell. You know, there's a lot of different variations, but this just runs on a standard 3-cell, just what you fly in your foamy airplane, which is cool. So everybody's got a few of those batteries laying around. Now, some nice features here. The stand it comes with is pretty neat. I really like that. It's got a nice metal motor shaft on the bottom here. Nothing's plastic, so I don't feel like it's going to break. It does have a plastic rudder mount, but it's reinforced plastic. It's got some little braces in there and things. And it has a breakaway rudder. The rudder's actually stainless steel, and it's got a little rubber band on it that if the rubber band snaps because you hit something, it's cool. You can just put a new one on. And actually, it shouldn't really break. It actually just allows it to come all the way up. So, pretty neat design there. The hull is really waterproof. I was waiting to see if any water would come in through some of these seals. You know, there's a push rod for the rudder. It kept the water out just fine, so I was very happy with that. Now, this is a really fast boat. What it uses is actually the ACE-RC Ripper motor. It's a very similar motor to what's in like one of my high-performance flybarless helicopters. This motor is really fast. It's a perfect combination for this boat. So this boat is 29 inches long. And it really puts the power to the water. It's actually really impressive. So even though it's kind of a scale yacht design, it's plenty fast. As you'll see in my video, I had a lot of fun. It was a little choppy out. I actually flipped this 2 times. It is not completely waterproof if you flip it over. I had it flipped pretty far out in the lake actually, and I had to swim out and get it. While it was upside down, it stayed up for about the 2 minutes it took me to get out there, but when I got to it, the back part of the hull was full of water. So you can't just let the wind or the waves bring it into you because it'll sink eventually. But all the electronics and everything stayed dry because of this waterproof electronics compartment. So pretty nice design there. Inside of here you do have this little waterproof compartment. If you open the lid on it, it's got a seal around there which looks like it'll stay on there pretty well. Shouldn't have too much issue. You've got a little micro receiver in there. It's actually a 4-channel receiver. The transmitter is only 3-channel, and we'll get to that in a second. Comes with a really nice ACE-RC servo in there. It seems like a high torque servo. The rudder is very powerful, and it's got a nice 40 amp ESC in there, and it is liquid cooled. So the liquid cooling seems to work really well. At one point after I burn up a whole LiPo, I reached in and grabbed the motor, and it was warm, but it wasn't that hot. You know, usually my RC cars and things that you can't even touch it will burn your hand. So the liquid cooling works really well. The hull design is really nice. Now I was in about like 1 foot chop. I did have the boat flip over a couple times. It gets a little bit crazy, you know, when it's choppy out. So you kind of have to watch that. On a flat lake, it's a lot of fun, and it is actually a lot of fun in the waves too. You just have to be careful how you drive. You know, you got to think physics, because if you go sideways along with the waves, it's going to roll the boat right over. So, you know, keep that in the back of your mind. It's not a weighted hull design, so it doesn't self-stabilize really. It's got a little antenna rod that comes up here. I had great reception for my radio. I took it way out in the lake, but I could barely even see it anymore, and it worked great, so I didn't have any trouble with that. Why don't you guys check out this video real quick and see how much fun I had with this.
Yep.
It was a great time. My daughters were out there. We just had some fun. So very cool, especially on a little bit choppy water. It's cool because you can jump the boat. It's fast. It's real fast. In fact, it's so fast that when the prop gets out of the water, it sounds like a real jet ski. I'm not even kidding. When you're out there, it sounds like there's a jet ski on the lake. It's pretty awesome. So I got this 3-channel radio with it here too. Now this is the Ace RC Cougar. This is a very nice radio. All the controls are easily accessible right on the backside. You've got trims, you've got basically limits, so you can, if you want to limit the rudder, how far it goes to the left and the right, you can do that, almost like exponential, but not really because it sets stops instead. Again, the transmitter feels great in your hand. The wheel's really nice. It's very nice design. It's got servo reversing. It's got indicator lights to let you know that it's bound to the receiver. Just a super nice design, so very cool. Now the other cool thing is it's a 4-channel receiver, but there's an auxiliary switch right here. So if you wanted to put something else on this and hook it up to your receiver, you could do that. I'm thinking about maybe getting some lights and putting around there and driving it at night. Might be pretty cool. So guys, if you're thinking about getting this boat, it's pretty cheap. If you check it out on Tower Hobbies, I want to say it's $200 and some change. Use their coupons, take advantage of those. I always advocate for those, but this was a great investment. I'm not disappointed at all, and this is going to be a lot of fun for a long time to come. Very low maintenance, very cheap to run with those 3-cell LiPos. If you have any questions or comments, leave them for me. I'll be glad to let you know what's going on with this thing. But thanks for watching, and I'd pick one of these up. It's pretty awesome. Thanks, guys.